If you're tired of babying your phone, stressing about drops and water damage, or replacing cracked screens every few months, you need to see this. Today, we're counting down the 5 best rugged smartphones that can take a serious beating and keep on working. From massive battery beasts to thermal imaging powerhouses, these phones are built for construction sites, outdoor adventures, and anyone who needs a device that's as tough as they are. I've dropped updated links with the best pricing in the description below. Coming in at number 5 is the Ulefone Rugged 4 Pro. Basically a small tablet disguised as a rugged smartphone with an absolutely massive 10-inch display. You're looking at around $350 to $450, with prices typically hovering around $380 to $420. That's reasonable pricing for a device this large with serious rugged credentials. The Rugged 4 Pro packs a 10.1-inch display with 1920 by 1200 resolution, giving you tablet-like screen real estate perfect for viewing blueprints, maps, documents, or videos on job sites. The screen is protected by Gorilla Glass, and the device meets IP68 and IP69K ratings for water and dust resistance, plus MILSTD 810G certification, meaning it handles drops, extreme temperatures, and harsh conditions. The absolutely insane feature here is the 18,600 mAh battery. You're looking at multiple days of use, potentially a week or more for lighter users. The MediaTek processor is mid-range but adequate, with 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage. The camera system is basic with a 48-megapixel main camera. Dual SIM support means you can run personal and work lines simultaneously, and there's a programmable red button for quick access to flashlight, SOS, or other functions. The size and weight are where this becomes love it or hate it. We're talking about a device weighing nearly 900 grams, almost 2 pounds. This is not something you're casually sliding into your pocket. Most people carry this in a bag, vehicle, or work belt. The massive size makes one-handed operation basically impossible. But if you work in construction, surveying, logistics, security, or any field where you need a durable device with massive screen real estate and battery life that lasts for days, the Rugged 4 Pro makes sense. The build quality is solid with thick rubber bumpers and reinforced corners that can handle serious drops onto concrete. At number 4 is the Ulefone Armor 8 Pro, where we get into more traditionally phone-sized rugged devices with interesting features beyond just durability. Pricing runs from about $250 to $350, typically sitting around $280 to $320. That's affordable for a rugged phone with thermal imaging capability, which is the standout feature here. The Armor 8 Pro has a 6.1-inch display, which is reasonably sized for actual phone use. You can hold it in one hand and operate it without too much struggle. The device carries IP68 and IP69, K ratings plus MILSTD 810G certification for withstanding dust, water submersion up to 1.5 meters, and drops from significant heights. The 5,580 mAh battery easily lasts a full day of heavy use or multiple days with moderate use. What sets the Armor 8 Pro apart is the FlyR thermal imaging camera built into the rear camera module. This isn't a gimmick. It's an actual thermal camera detecting temperature differences from -10 degrees Celsius to 400 degrees Celsius, making it genuinely useful for electricians checking circuits, HVAC technicians diagnosing problems, home inspectors finding insulation gaps, or anyone who needs thermal imaging capability. The main camera is a 16-megapixel sensor taking acceptable photos for documentation. The MediaTek Helio P60 processor is entry-level by modern standards, but handles everyday tasks, GPS navigation, and work apps without major complaints. The build quality is rugged without being excessively bulky, definitely thicker and heavier than a regular phone, but not brick-like. The physical buttons are large and easy to press even with gloves. Dual SIM support is standard, and there's a headphone jack. The speaker is loud enough to hear in noisy environments, and call quality is clear even in windy conditions. The Armor 8 Pro is perfect for tradespeople or outdoor professionals who need a rugged phone with genuine thermal imaging capability at a reasonable price. Right in the middle at number 3 is the Ulefone Armor 27 Pro 5G, where Ulefone brings modern connectivity and better specs to the rugged phone category. Pricing sits around $400 to $550, typically around $450 to $500. That's mid-range pricing for a rugged phone, but you're getting 5G connectivity and significantly better internals than budget rugged options. The Armor 27 Pro has a 6.78-inch display with FHD plus resolution, giving you a large, clear screen excellent for viewing maps, documents, or media in the field. IP68, IP69K, and MILSTD 810H certifications mean this phone handles water, dust, drops, extreme temperatures, and basically anything short of running it over with a truck. The MediaTek Dimensity processor is a significant step up from budget rugged phones, delivering smooth performance for multitasking, demanding apps, and even light gaming. The 12 gigabytes of RAM keeps everything running smoothly, and 256 gigabytes of storage gives you plenty of space. The 64-megapixel main camera is actually decent, taking respectable photos good enough for documentation and casual photography. The 10,600 mAh battery easily delivers 2 full days of heavy use or 3 to 4 days with moderate usage, and it supports 33-watt fast charging. The 5G connectivity is the key upgrade here. If you're working in areas with 5G coverage, you're getting significantly faster data speeds for uploading photos, video calls, accessing cloud documents, or downloading large files in the field. The build quality is excellent with reinforced corners and rubberized grip surfaces. Dual SIM capability is standard, and there's expandable storage via micro SD. The programmable button can trigger various functions, and the fingerprint sensor works reliably even with slightly wet or dirty fingers. NFC support means you can use contactless payments despite the rugged construction. Coming in strong at number 2 is the Blackview BL9000 Pro rugged smartphone, where Blackview takes rugged phones seriously upmarket with flagship-level features and build quality. Pricing sits around $500 to $700. Typically around $550 to $650. That's definitely premium pricing for a rugged phone, but you're getting features and performance that compete with regular flagship smartphones while maintaining full rugged credentials. The BL9000 Pro packs a 6.78-inch display with FHD plus resolution and a high refresh rate, making scrolling and animation smooth and responsive. This doesn't feel like a sluggish rugged phone. It feels like a modern flagship. IP68, IP69K, and MILSTD 810H certifications ensure this phone survives water submersion, dust, drops, extreme temperatures, and all harsh conditions. The MediaTek Dimensity 8020 processor is genuinely powerful, delivering performance that rivals Snapdragon 8 series chips. Combined with 12 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage, this phone handles anything you throw at it. The camera system is surprisingly good with a 50-megapixel main sensor taking genuinely nice photos. Not just acceptable for documentation, but actually good enough for enthusiast photography. The thermal imaging camera is built in, adding professional tool functionality. The 8,800 mAh battery delivers excellent all-day performance, and it supports 120 watts fast charging. You can charge from empty to 50% in about 15 minutes and fully charge in under 40 minutes. The 5G connectivity is fast and reliable. The build quality is exceptional with premium materials and precise construction. The weight and thickness are manageable. Yes, it's heavier than a regular phone, but it's not unwieldy, and you can actually use this as your daily driver. Dual SIM support, NFC for payments, side-mounted fingerprint sensor, loud stereo speakers, and a headphone jack all make this feature complete. And taking the top spot at number 1 is the Blackview BV9300 Pro rugged phone, earning this position because it hits that perfect sweet spot of excellent rugged durability, strong performance, massive battery life, and reasonable pricing. You're looking at around $350 to $500, typically around $380 to $450. That's mid-range pricing delivering flagship-level features without going completely overboard on cost. The BV9300 Pro has a 6.7-inch display with FHD plus resolution that's bright, clear, and large enough for comfortable viewing of maps, documents, photos, and videos in the field. Full IP68, IP69K, and MILSTD 810H certifications mean this phone handles complete water submersion up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. High-pressure water jets, dust, drops from significant heights, extreme cold and heat, and basically any environmental challenge you're likely to encounter. The MediaTek Helio G99 processor delivers solid mid-range performance handling all everyday tasks, GPS navigation, work apps, and even gaming without major complaints. With 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage expandable via micro SD, you've got plenty of resources. The 50-megapixel main camera takes surprisingly good photos for a rugged phone. The absolute killer feature here is the 15,080 mAh battery. That's genuinely massive capacity, delivering 3 to 4 days of moderate use or 5 to 7 days for lighter users. You can go an entire work week without charging if you're not a heavy user, which is transformative for people working in remote locations or extended outdoor situations. The 33-watt fast charging means you're not waiting all day to recharge despite the massive capacity. The 5G connectivity is fast and works across a wide range of bands, and dual SIM support lets you run personal and work lines simultaneously. The build quality is excellent with reinforced corners, rubberized sides for grip, and substantial construction. The phone is heavy at around 525 grams and thick, but it's still manageable for pocket carry and daily use. The programmable button can be set for various quick access functions. The side-mounted fingerprint sensor works reliably even with wet or dirty fingers, and face unlock is surprisingly accurate. The speakers are loud enough for noisy environments, and there's a headphone jack. NFC support means contactless payments work despite the rugged construction. What makes the BV9300 Pro #1 is that combination of excellent battery life, good performance, strong build quality, and reasonable pricing, making it the best overall value in the rugged phone category. You're getting legitimate 5G speeds, a massive battery that lasts days, decent cameras, and full rugged durability without paying flagship prices. For construction workers, outdoor professionals, field technicians, adventure travelers, or anyone who needs a phone that survives harsh conditions and never dies, the BV9300 Pro delivers exactly that.